Motors.
Lim Hill.
You look at the champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini come out for round 5 of the scheduled 15-rounder. After a slow start, Mancini has come on the last 2 rounds, Al.
Ray Mancini has started to get inside. He's working his left hook to the body and the head, and he's still landing those overhand rights. And he's walking through the jab of Romero and not getting hit with the straight left hands.
Orlando Romero, the unknown from Peru, but the WBA's #1 lightweight contender, has handled himself well in the ring. A lot of people thought he might be out of there as quickly as Arturo Frias was.
Well, you know, often there's criticism from the press and other people in this country when WBA or WBC rates a fighter #1 that we've never seen, and often that criticism is appropriate. But in this case, Romero was prejudged before the fight and is showing to be a better fighter than some imagined he would be. And it's sometimes tougher for a fighter like Mancini to face fighters like that nobody knows about.
And certainly there will be critics who say, well, maybe Mancini wasn't sharp, maybe he wasn't top shape, but Romero is a good boxer. He's shown that. Midway through the 5th round. That swelling under the left eye really looks ugly. Cut opened up late in the 2nd round from a straight right hand by Mancini on Romero. A little wrestling on the inside and finally worked their way free. Now Romero doing a lot of fighting backing up, and his punches, those jabs, as you mentioned, really coming up short as Mancini continues to move in on him.
Ray has not been close enough to do a lot of body work in this round. And, Romero getting his jab untracked.
Oh, that couple of good jabs by Romero.
Remarkably little for Tony Perez to do in this fight. Been some clinches, but not too much mauling and brawling.
Oh, nice work by Mancini. Ducked under a left, came up with a right to the body and a double up left hook. Late in round 5. Final seconds of the 5th round. We'll be right back.
Only
Ray Mancini looks okay as he comes out of the corner.
I think the cameraman had a problem, however.
I think he wanted to get out of the way quick before any punches were thrown.
Well, I would too.
Swelling over the left eye of Ray Mancini. He's taking some shots from Orlando Romero. Round 6. First couple of rounds, Romero looked sharp. Since late in the 2nd round, Mancini has taken charge of this fight. And perhaps it was good for Ray Mancini to wake up early to the fact that Romero would be no easy match.
In the first couple rounds, Ray was hit with some good straight left hands, and Romero showed himself to be kind of tough to hit. And as you said, Ray realized he needs to fight well here tonight to win.
You're watching Super Bouts on ESPN. This is the WBA Lightweight Championship. September 15th, 1983 at Madison Square Garden in New York. Look at Mancini. And I think if there's one big factor, we touched on this before, a big factor in this fight is the fact that Mancini has scored well with that right hand.
That overhand right is given Romero a lot to think about. And he's looking for that punch, I think, now, because that's the one that stunned him early. Maybe making the left hook a little more effective.
I think Romero had to know how tough Ray is on the inside, knows he's got that devastating left hook, but probably wasn't aware that the right could be as strong as it's been in this fight. And Ray is slipping some punches too.
He is, and often Ray Mancini's defensive abilities are downgraded even more than they should be. While he does get hit often, he also can slip punches, and there's a good right hand from Ray, the right you're talking about.
And again, a right hand lead. Late in round 6.
All right, great.
And the question is, what can Romero do here to revive his attack, as Mancini seems to have control of this fight as we come to the end of the 6th round. It is son Ray, the champion, in round 7, and Romero comes out aggressively to start the 7th round. Left hook by Mancini. Some people would say, the critics I guess would say, why hasn't Mancini taken Romero out?
Well, he's hit Romero with some good shots, but Orlando Romero has shown that A, he's pretty tough to hit, and B, he can punch back, and he's got good ring skills in there, so it's not as easy as it looks. And for Ray Mancini, he's not a one-punch knockout artist. He needs to work to get a fighter out of there normally.
There's that left hook by Mancini. The straight left has been effective for Orlando Romero, though fewer of them have landed. There's a good one. Mancini walked into it.
And really, in the last 3 or 4 rounds, Ray's been slipping that punch much more effectively.
Tony Perez doing the job as the 3rd man in the ring. Oh, they punched their way out of those clinches. Perez letting them fight.
He is, and that's important for Mancini. It should benefit Mancini, but Romero's doing well on the inside, so it's not hurting Orlando Romero right now.
Good right hand got in by Mancini again. That right has been very impressive for Ray Mancini. Swelling under the left eye. Continues to build on Orlando Romero. The other thing about Romero, we talked about his ring skills, is he's been able to tie up Mancini a lot on the inside.
Well, he doesn't really want Ray working there, and Tony Perez has been loath to come in and break the two when they are in fact punching, but when Romero does get him tied up, of course he does come in. I'm sure that was the Romero game plan, to work at long range and then tie up Mancini when they got on the inside.
Romero's got a lot to worry about. That big left hook, that right hand lead, they've all scored well for Ray Mancini. We come to the end of round 7 of the scheduled 15-round championship bout.